12:31 in the morning on a Saturday. Tomorrow, or today, is going to be great. I actually have plans for the weekend. Well, Construction Stories Part 106. I don't know. Hosed? Let's go with hosed. So, we were working. We were putting stuff. We were putting burling on top of freshly poured concrete. And so it's run-of-the-mill, basic stuff. You can't really mess it up. We're just like, psh, 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 whatever, man. And some of the guys like to cut it because it's a big rectangle and it has these 4 little metal rods that go into it to support the other thing that is supporting it. And it's kind of complicated, but it's also not. Basically, there's just 4 things like this sticking out of the concrete. And so some of the guys like to cut it so that the burling gets slit and then it just flops around these things. So, I mean, that's smart, I guess. Sure, why not? Let's go with that. What happened is we were using scissors, okay? And then a guy came over and was like, hey, can I borrow the scissors? And they were like, sure, whatever. And so my coworker gave that guy the scissors, and we laid out some burling, and then he was like, oh shoot, I gave him the scissors, and we're like, hey man, can we have him back? He's like, no, we're using them, and we won't be done with them in forever. And we're like, oh, well, crap. And then he's like, well, here, just use your knife. I'm like, okay. Pull out my knife, snicked, and I start to cut it, and I cut one, and then I go to cut the other, and then I kind of feel that presence, you know, when there's someone near you, but I already knew that my coworker was over there, so I was like, wait. And, like, the superintendent of the job was, like, crouching, just watching me, and I'm like, frick. So, he's like, hey, is that knife on your hazard analysis? I'm like, well, I think so. He goes, let's meet back at your shack and check. And then he gets up and walks away, and I'm like, frick. Because, a little backstory, you're not supposed to have knives on this company's jobs. Reason being, people cut themselves with knives, but people cut themselves with every other tool there is as well, so I don't know. I think it's kind of an image thing for the knives to be the ones singled out to be not used. So we, basically, you're just not supposed to use knives. So I was in the wrong by using a knife, but we go back and there's just this whole shebang where we're going through the hazard analysis, and we write up a whole new one, and he's like, yeah, if I catch you using a knife again, you're fired. And if I catch you doing something that you don't have a hazard analysis for, you're fired. So we're like, oh, okay. So, today didn't start off so hot, but it got kind of better as the day went on. I mean, firstly, we only worked 8 hours, so that's nice, I guess. And secondly, I don't know, it just wasn't that bad of a day in terms of stuff that I had to do. We just cleaned the basin, and I don't know, I think I did some stuff with PEX pipe, and yeah, good times. I love it when I get in trouble with the boss. Anyhow, that's it. I'm gonna go take out my contacts, pack up my junk, and probably go somewhere. Yeah, I still gotta figure that out. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful night. I'm gonna go have a wonderful weekend. Oh, I hope you have a great Memorial Day weekend. This is me to you saying that you should do that. Have a good one. Do something fun. I'm gonna go hiking. You should go hiking. Hiking's good. And that's it. I'm gonna go now. Peace!